Welcome to the RocketPWR Podcast. In today's episode, we sit down with Zakk. You may not know Zakk by name, but by now you've probably heard of him through something he has achieved within the CrossFit world. Zakk is a member of Fosseway CrossFit, the face behind the rapidly growing YouTube channel An Average CrossFitter, and co-owner of the newest competition to the Midlands, the Midlands Fitness Games. So we're going to start back from your YouTube channel, then jump into the Midlands Fitness Games as and when we get there. So talking about your YouTube channel to begin with, this has brought you a lot of cool opportunities. You've met a bunch of cool people, including ourselves. You met Flabberjacked and everyone else. You've also got to train with CrossFit Games athletes, or possibly not then, but he definitely is now, Zakk George.
Yeah.
How did the channel start? How did you create all these awesome opportunities?
It was kind of a bit of a off-the-cuff thing, to be honest. I never kind of set out to do it, but I love the idea of getting out and just meeting people, training with other people. And through the channel, I've kind of met some really good friends who I stay in contact with quite regularly, like yourselves. We talk better regularly now. And yeah, getting to train with like Zakk George, it's crazy. It's like people can only like dream of just having sex. Like I spent all day with him. Like we went out for food, session in the morning, session in the afternoon, and I get on really well with Josh, the other coach there. So we're in regular contact. So it's insane. Like you see the difference in levels, and it's just mad. Like I remember going to Second City CrossFit and training with Jonah, who's we did a 3 or 4 sanctioned events now. It's just it's weird because you see these guys on Instagram, you expect them to be like kind of different, but
absolutely,
at the end of the day, they just enjoy CrossFit. They're just normal dudes who want to have a laugh with some weight about and drink knockouts. You know what I mean? It's not good fun.
You've just kind of mentioned a lot of different stories within your YouTube channel. If I asked you to point out specifically your favorite part of your journey so far within YouTube, what would your answer be?
I'd say it's the opportunity that it's given me. Without the YouTube channel, I wouldn't have probably had the confidence to even set up the competition. But because I've kind of met so many people along the journey, I was confident that I could entice lots of people to come and join the competition. But definitely training with Zakk George for the day was amazing. And it's kind of cool because when it was at like strength and depth and body power, I saw Zakk just got to have a chat. So like, people like, oh God, you know Zakk George? It's like, yeah, just train with him, didn't I? Do a week. But so that's pretty cool.
What was your confidence level like before you started your vlog? Because when I was on YouTube and when I was vlogging, my confidence level was kind of just regular lad. But after I finished like my YouTube career as such, I was left with so much more confident within like public situations and stuff like that. Just being able to walk down Gloucester High Street with a camera out in front of me pointing at my face and people turning around like, what's this idiot doing? It was crazy.
Yeah, it's like I still struggle with it now, to be honest. In especially in like open spaces or kind of not in the comfort of my own home. When obviously I met you at Rainhill, I really struggled with the camera then. I took the camera to Strength in Depth, and I just didn't have the confidence to get the camera out.
Strength in Depth this year, the one that's just gone.
Yeah, and that's like kind of a year into vlogging. I still didn't really have the confidence to get the camera out. But if I'm interacting with someone who's good on camera, then it's easy for me.
Yeah.
And then I get comfortable. Then I can talk, and then we both have a laugh, and it's all fine. But if it's me trying to just create something out of nothing in the middle of nowhere, I do find it a bit difficult. I remember we went to Classic Games. And that was the first time I kind of felt comfortable in front of the camera. I was walking through the shopping centre near the leisure centre, and I had the camera out, and I was talking. And I was just oblivious. But yeah, I still find it scary. But it definitely has helped me like kind of just even like at work, just talking to people and like communicating a lot better, stuff like this. It's that I'm so much more comfortable.
Like you said, I found it. If I actually had something to talk about, like I could go back to my camera and speak about how the last workout went, it was fine. But when I was trying to come up with something to say to fill the gap for content, I was like, okay, I'm stumped. What am I doing?
Yeah, it's kind of like rabbit in the headlights situation, isn't it? It's like throughout this whole kind of quarantine lockdown period, I've been trying to think of content I can film, and then I film it and I'm like, well, that's just not very interesting, or it's people aren't going to want to watch that. But I think it's just having the confidence to talk about something you're passionate about, and if it comes across that you are passionate about it, then people will listen and pay interest to it.
Are you going to have the opportunity to vlog at Midlands Fitness Games, or will you just be balls deep in everything?
I am hoping to have the camera out, yes. I'm hoping to kind of film some behind the scenes footage of us setting up the event and stuff like that. Even just so it's something I can look back on. It's pretty cool just to kind of see the journey. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get the camera out, get a bit of behind the scenes footage, if I'm not brushed off my feet.
I can imagine you're going to be, but moving on to Midlands Fitness Games, it is really exciting, not only for you, but RocketPWR as headline sponsors and for everyone taking part. The Midlands was missing this sort of event. Now Wild West has been cancelled or postponed for several years. Tell us about the event. So this is your chance to plug the event a little bit. So the date, the location, the venue, the format, how MFG come about.
Yeah, so basically, I don't do fitness for a living. It's just kind of a passion. It's always been a passion, but I've always wanted to get into it. I've just never had the right opportunity. And then I approached Miles, who is the owner of Fosseway CrossFit, and we sat down, we spoke for a few things, like what we could potentially do. And then we basically said, well, why don't we put on a competition? There's not really anything like this in the area. You've got obviously the big battle for middle ground, but there's nothing really what we were looking for. So it was a bit of just a dream at first, and we kind of spoke about it on and off for months. We was looking at prices and stuff, and then we were just like, right, let's just do it. Let's just do it. So that's when we started obviously contacting people like yourselves that wanted to be involved and stuff like that. I still find it crazy how brands want to be involved. It's like, because at the minute it's not a competition. We're just selling
an idea, a vision.
It's an idea, and we've, like you said earlier, we've sold like 95 team ticket. It's like, it's crazy.
And what is the capacity? If you've got 95 teams, how many spaces have we got left?
So we think 100 would be a really good number. With the rig we've got a bit of play in how many lanes we can have and stuff like that. So we're thinking of maybe 30 teams in intermediate and scale, and then we've got 15 RX teams and 15 kind of master spaces. So
okay,
there's room for it to kind of jiggle about a little bit. But yes, that's something that I've been postponed till August the 29th, I believe, if I've got that right.
August 30th, I believe, a Saturday.
I've not even got the day right myself.
Unless you're going in on a Friday.
No, it's at the weekend.
But for everyone that is listening to this podcast, I will put all the links to Midlands Fitness Games in the description and in the show notes below if you are interested. I would ask Jack what the website is, but he can't even remember the date, so I doubt he can remember the website.
So it is the 30th of August. It's a Sunday. Yeah. It's our Instagram is Midlands Fitness Games, and so is our Facebook. And then on there, there's all the movement standards and kind of what's involved. We've released one WOD already, as you've seen, and we'll be releasing maybe a WOD a month up until the event now, just to kind of keep a bit of interest whilst everyone's in this lockdown period.
We will be getting to event one and how exciting it was to announce it after my next question. But as you said, you had to reschedule your initial date to the date in the future, August 30th, because of the coronavirus and COVID-19. How stressful has it been in that time to kind of reschedule, and then you got a date, and then that clashed with another event, so you had to kind of put another message out to then find a new date. I can only imagine what you and Miles have been going through, like the daily
I'm a bit
stress.
of a stress head anyway, so I even just organising the event itself, my head's always about to explode. And then we kind of was under the impression that we'd be okay. It wasn't that serious, and
I think everyone was at that stage where it's not actually that serious. Let's keep going.
Round went ahead as well. We kind of thought, oh, maybe we'll be all right then. It's only here a month later, and then everyone just started shutting down. We were like, God's sake, we're gonna have to postpone it. And then our hands were tied, because then Concept 2 said they weren't leasing out their kind of cardio equipment. So we were like, you know what, we're just going to have to postpone it. In hindsight, it's probably not a bad thing. It means we've got longer to plan the event. We can kind of make things bigger and better than what we originally thought. But yeah, at the time, I kind of thought my world zone. It was a nightmare.
The longer that the lockdown goes on for, do you get nervous that you're going to have to postpone it maybe until 2021? I've just seen on Facebook about 15 minutes ago that Battle for Middle Ground have cancelled all events this year, and they've just moved everything to 2021.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
That's
funny enough,
big.
we've just been speaking about that. We just took the dog out then, and I was like, surely to God, this is all going to be over by end of August time. But yeah, that's big news from Battle for Middle Ground.
Let's talk about Event 1. It has been announced. It was greatly received by the community. I personally think it's great, like a benchmark workout, and we're going to see some really quick times. Maybe not Eddie Hall standard, but very quick.
It's going to be some really good time. It's like with, I think a couple of people have even tried to replicate it at home, see kind of what kind of times they've been getting. We wanted to start the competition off with a bang and say a benchmark workout's always good. Everyone loves a bit of barbell, but we didn't want it to kind of just favour the big strong guys. So kind of splitting it up and having a 2-scoring event, and with the burpees in one, it was just, and then people having to decide which pair goes on which one. Is also kind of a little bit of kind of tactics going behind it. So yeah, I think it's going to be a really fun event. Yeah, so originally we wanted to make it a running race. So we wanted to do like a 400-meter run, then do 10, but like time limits and logistics, it was just like going to be too difficult. So but when I said to Miles, I was like, why don't we make it burpee race? Like, it just kind of, and then trying to decide how many burpees and timings and time counts, like, oh my God, so much kind of like, you know yourself, coaching, designing WODs for classes. It's like, how long is this going to take? How long is this going to take? We still need to test a few of the workouts, but obviously we can't really get out the box in a minute. But yeah, there's some cool stuff planned.
What can people expect from Midlands Fitness Games? So this can be like, we've all seen that you've got your briefing area, your kind of warm-up area. You've got a 20-lane rig that's been custom built for the Midlands Fitness Games. We've seen one workout already. How many workouts are there going to be? Yeah,
so we've decided that we're not going to have a final. We've been to a lot of competitions now. Miles has been to so many competitions, and we always felt like the kind of impression was like, oh, I really can't be bothered to do the final, or people don't hang around for the last event and stuff. So it was like, why don't we just let everyone do every single event, and then the winner is the winner? Like, that's what they do at the CrossFit Games. That's what they do at the big events. Yeah, a couple of 2-scoring events. So there's, I think, 7 scoring opportunities in total. So there's a lot of chances to get some points on board, and we've got some really good WODs planned. In fact, I will give you a little bit of a hint. WOD 3, because I know people will want to know what the lifting WOD is.
Oh, okay. So there's going to be a heavy hitting workout.
Yeah, there will be a heavy hitting workout, but it's also going to be a little bit of tactics behind it. So it's going to be a lifting E-bomb.
Nice.
So you'll have to hit a lift on a certain time domain for every single lift, and then it's your amount of successful lifts times your weight.
Nice. Do we know the lift? Do we not know anything as of yet?
Lifts, yes. So originally we were kind of toying with the idea, but so everything's going to be squat. You've got to squat the movement because we don't want people just doing a big ugly muscle snatch or whatever.
Okay.
Make it interesting. We're going to have female 1 and male 1 doing squat snatch. Female 2 and male 2 going to do squat clean.
Nice. Has this been released on any social media? Does anybody know
that
this?
is exclusive news. Miles is probably going to kill me for saying it.
So when can we release this?
You can release this whenever you want. I'll get something on Instagram posted soon. So
I'm not sure how many people are going to be listening to this podcast, but guys, you heard it here first.
Yeah, there you go.
And then you've also got a vendor village that's looking pretty stacked. As I said before, RocketPWR Apparel are headline sponsor. We've got so much new apparel. What other vendors are going to be there if you want to give some shout outs?
Yeah, well, to be fair, we were quite surprised at the feedback we got from vendors wanting to be involved in the show. It was like, well, who's going to want to come to the show? It's like, no one knows us, but obviously then we've got you on board. We've got Challenge State coming. We've got Anti-Social Athletics Club coming. We have got a chiropractor and massage are going to be there. We've got Biosynergy, who are going to be our nutritional sponsor.
Nice.
We've got so many people. I probably should have got a few people there as well, but we have got like a lot of people involved, and it's awesome. It's like I never even pictured there having going to be a vendor village there, but then obviously the more and more people that kept asking were like, well, we've got the space, so let's make it cool.
Now, as you said, like we speak kind of regularly once every 2 or 3 days, but even just doing this podcast with you now, it's like I can see that it's blown your mind, and with the success that it's actually brought, I don't think that you genuinely believed that you could pull something like this off and so many people would actually be interested.
Yeah, definitely. And it's the type of people that just like yourselves and people like Tricky Ricky, who now is like, he's a good mate of mine. Like we talk quite regularly. You got Elliot and Hannah from Flabberjacked, and these are people like I wouldn't have met if I'd not done the YouTube channel.
Yeah, Zakk Wild is DJ.
Yeah, exactly, and I've met them, and now they're going to be involved with Midlands Fitness Games as well. So we've got Zakk Wild as DJ as well, who's DJ'd all around the world at sanctuary events. Like
WOD absolutely legit, mental.
Yeah, it's legit going to be a proper CrossFit event.
And you've got the Zakk Wild. You've not even got one of his DJ troupe, have you?
No, Zakk's actually coming. Yeah,
the Zakk Wild.
Yeah, it's going to be so cool. And like you say, with like Rich coming as well and being MC, and so everyone knows how talented Flabberjacked are as well behind the cameras and his editing. It's going to be insane. For
the people who are still listening, I will put all the vendors, Flabberjacked Instagram channel and YouTube channel, Jack's YouTube channel, and everything else that was spoken about in this podcast in the show notes in the description below. But I think with yourself, Jack, we can think about wrapping it up. We've been rambling on for 25 minutes now, but it has gone really quickly. One final question before you go. Other than Midlands Fitness Games, what's next for you from YouTube, whether it's Midlands Fitness Games? Because you were going to have a second Midlands Fitness Games towards the latter part of the year.
Yeah, we're going to have a pairs competition on the date what this one's now going to be on. So that'll now just be next year. Next up for me is just to get fit because I've had a bad knee all year. And we've got Tribal Clash, which has now been postponed till September. So that'll be the kind of my main focus. And then I've got an Ironman at the end of September as well.
Tribal Clash, is that UK or Portugal?
Portugal.
Oh, nice. I was going to say you are missing out on the good stuff, but Portugal sold out within a couple of hours, even so a couple of minutes. We had a bunch of friends go last year, and it was incredible.
It's going to be awesome. It's like, especially with District Towers obviously being cancelled this year now as well, that they postponed it till next year. So at least it gives us something to look forward to towards the end of the year. and gives me a bit more time to kind of heal the knee and kind of rehab that a little bit better. And then I need to get stuck into my Ironman training because that's just a different ball game altogether.
Well, we wish you all the luck in your future endeavours, and no doubt we will catch up on the podcast soon and kind of message each other in the meantime. But I just want to say a huge thank you for coming on the podcast, being episode 1, and enjoy the rest of lockdown.
Yeah, you too, mate. Thank you very much.
You're most welcome. Have a good day, buddy.
Cheers, buddy. You too.
Bye.